Dan Willis here, and we're talking about how to increase your credit score and 11 tips. Number 1, trail of positive payment history. It's essential to raise your credit score that we establish a trail of positive, on-time payment history on your credit reports. This can be done simply with responsible use of your current and any future lines of credit. On-time monthly payments will build your credit on the proper foundation of rock rather than in the sand, because perilous times will occur to us all, and we want your credit score to stand up just like you and your home. As Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount, "Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on the rock, and the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand, and the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it fell, and great was its fall." Number 2, utilization ratio. In this tip to help your credit score, we're looking at your utilization ratio. Recall, your amounts owed credit score component is worth 30% of your overall credit score. We discussed that here in an earlier video. If you happen to miss it, we'll include a link to it in the description below. In other words, we're talking back to your credit score about revolving credit lines and specifically your available credit versus debt. Again, significant debt isn't necessarily bad for your credit score. Instead, the focus is on your revolving credit lines, such as a credit card. If you have a credit card, we need to keep a reasonable monthly balance to improve your utilization ratio. It's suggested to keep a monthly balance of about 30% of your total credit limit. For instance, if you have a credit card with a $1,000 limit, this would mean we'd want to keep a monthly balance of around $300, thus providing us with $700 of available and unused credit. This is an indication of financial stability, especially when compared to someone with the same circumstances and a monthly balance of $977 or only $23 of available unused credit. Naturally, it doesn't look good if our credit card is maxed out. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Number 3, request a credit limit increase. For folks with an existing credit card, you can help your utilization ratio and amounts owed credit score component simply by requesting a credit limit increase. If you have demonstrated responsible use, you'll likely be approved for a limit increase. Number 4, secured credit card. In our post-credit and mortgage crisis world, there's far fewer credit cards available for folks with less than perfect credit. If you don't have a credit card or have been turned down in the past, you may want to consider a secured credit card. These credit cards are specifically designed for folks with less than perfect credit and offer easy approval, in large part because you're first required to make a deposit with the issuing bank. This deposit is fully refundable provided you don't default on your monthly payments, and this deposit is what secures your account. Typically, the amount of your deposit will be equivalent to your credit limit. For example, if you deposit $500, then you'll be extended a major Visa or MasterCard with a $500 credit limit. You'll still be charged an annual percentage rate, APR, and be responsible for monthly payments. Your account will be reported monthly to all 3 credit bureaus, and while it'll be reported as a secured line of credit, with responsible use, this has proven to be an effective tool to help folks rebuild credit. And please double check and ensure that it will be reported monthly to all three credit bureaus. It's wise to try and keep your monthly balance at about 30% of your credit limit in order to help boost your utilization ratio. So with a credit limit of $500, you'd aim to keep a monthly balance around $150. Unfortunately, prepaid debit cards won't help to boost your credit score because you're not being extended a line of credit, nor will bank debit cards. Please be cautious of catalog or merchandise shopping cards. Many of these offers will boldly claim monthly credit reporting and offer an unsecured credit line, but the catch is you can only use your card at that particular location, often for goods available only at a website or through a catalog. Frequently, buried in the fine print, you'll see the account will only be reported to one of the three major credit bureaus, and you'll be charged an astronomical APR or interest rate. Many local banks will offer secured credit cards along with Capital One, Discover, Citibank, and more. It's smart to double check and ensure your account, as we mentioned, will be reported monthly to all three credit bureaus. If not, the credit bureaus won't know about the account, and as such, it can't be used to help build your credit. If you'd like to know more, we'll include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Number 5, installment loans. Another option is an installment loan. For instance, buying a car. While you'll be charged higher interest rates and have less than the best terms available, this can be an effective tool to create a trail of positive on-time payment history on your credit reports. Should you pursue this path, we'd suggest doing your best to limit the money you invest in interest rate fees by only financing a nominal amount rather than the total purchase price. For example, if you're in the process of buying a car with a price tag of $12,000, it'd be in your financial interest to make a large down payment, say of $8,000. This way, you'll only be paying interest on a $4,000 loan. This can at least limit the amount of money you're paying in interest fees. Number 6, cosigner. Yes, if you have a loved one with a good credit score, you may want to consider asking them to cosign for a loan on your behalf. This potentially can limit the amount of fees and interest you're charged. However, please use extreme caution. Too many valuable relationships end over financial difficulties, and we all know most of us receive an unfair share of life's lemons. We don't want you to lose any relationships over money. Number 7, authorized user. Another option is to be added as an authorized user, or what's been called piggybacking credit. Here's the idea. If you have a rich Uncle Kevin with an American Express Black Card, you can ask him to add you as an authorized user. Next, you'll get an Amex Black Card in your name, and the benefit is now the account activity will be reported on your Uncle Kevin's credit reports along with your credit reports. So long as Uncle Kevin continues to use the account responsibly, you should see your credit score benefit, because this account will help to improve your utilization ratio by having additional available credit to debt, along with a trail of positive on-time payment history. However, this can also damage your credit score should life's unexpected lemons occur and Uncle Kevin use the account irresponsibly. So please be wise if you use this tool. On an aside, you don't have to have a rich Uncle Kevin or a loved one with a prestigious American Express Black Card. You can be added as an authorized user to virtually every type of credit card, and we'd suggest if you use this route to not even take possession of the credit card and avoid any temptation. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Number 8, credit builder loans. This is similar to a personal loan in reverse. The idea is you apply for a loan, but the issuing bank is going to deposit the loan amount into an interest-bearing account while you make payments. Once you've paid off the loan amount, then you'll receive the funds. These credit builder loans are created for folks with less than perfect credit because the whole idea behind them is to provide folks an opportunity to build credit. Many local banks, credit unions, and some online lenders offer these. Generally, they're shorter-term loans in the range of 6 to 24 months and can be a way to demonstrate responsible credit use and a trail of on-time monthly payments. Keep in mind, you only get the money for the loan at the end of your contract. So you're taking out a loan without getting access to the money until the loan is paid off. Not at the top of our list of suggestions. Number 9, Experian Boost Program. The Experian Boost Program enables you to get credit for paying your phone and utility bills. According to their website, average users see a boost of 13 points to their Experian FICO score. This requires you to give Experian access to your bank account on the heels of the 2017 Equifax hack perpetrated by members of the army of China's Communist Party. It's wise to use caution. If you're unfamiliar, communism is responsible for some of the most deadly episodes of genocide in human history. In just the last 100 years, it's been responsible by conservative estimates for the death of 100 million people. The Experian Boost program may help your Experian FICO score, but recall, you also have an Equifax FICO score, along with a TransUnion FICO score, and it won't do anything to improve your credit for those FICO scores. And if you'd like to know more, we're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full story, where we have a free report available for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Number 10, rent reporting service. Typically, your credit reports won't contain your rent payments. However, there are optional services that you can sign up for that will add this information to your credit reports, potentially giving you the opportunity to fix your credit score. According to a 2017 TransUnion study, within 6 months on average, folks using this rent reporting service saw their credit score rise 16 points. Number 11, check your credit report. We've all heard it's smart to keep an eye on our credit reports, beyond just to prevent identity theft. Did you know for many moons now, our politicians have known with absolute certainty our credit reports aren't accurate? According to a Federal Trade Commission (FTC) study in 2012, it found, and we quote, found that 1 in 5 consumers had an error on at least one of their 3 credit reports, end quote. Howard Shalansky, director of the FTC's Bureau of Economics at the time, said, and we quote, "These are eye-opening numbers for American consumers." He went on to say, and we quote, "The results of this first-of-its-kind study make it clear that consumers should check their credit reports regularly. If they don't, they are potentially putting their pocketbooks at risk," end quote. The Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions Act, FACT Act, an amendment to the Fair and Credit Reporting Act, is what enables us to get a free copy of all 3 of our credit reports from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion once every 12 months. To request yours, you'll have to visit the website annualcreditreport.com. You can also make your request by phone. The number is 1-877-322-8228. You can also fill out a paper form and request it by mail. You won't be able to request your free credit reports directly from the major credit bureaus. They'll charge you a nominal fee. Once you have your credit reports, it's essential we review them and with a fine-tooth comb. It's not unusual for there to be different information on each of your 3 credit reports for a multitude of reasons, but we want to pick out any items we don't recognize, might not be our accounts, or are past the Fair Credit Reporting Act 7-year maximum bad credit sentence. As Experian clearly says in an article, not every negative item is magically removed after 7 years. They even say, and we quote, fail to fall off, as if there's some magic credit genie flying about. The Experian Credit Bureau says, and we quote, if a charge-off is reported inaccurately, or if it fails to fall off your credit report after 7 years, you can file a dispute with Experian or one of the other national credit bureaus to have it removed from your credit reports. End quote. Did you catch that? Fails to fall off your credit report after 7 years. What? Fails? Wouldn't that be Experian failing? Yes, it would. That's their job, not yours. But you and your credit score will pay the price for their failure. That's a fact. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Again, that's for a free credit report consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-844-517-7627. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full story. We also have a free report available for you over there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation, because coming up next, we're going to be talking about how to dispute your credit report and get these blemishes, dings, and negative items off of your credit report. So of course, subscribe and join our congregation. Have a wonderful day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.